Thursday, November 29th. We here again. What up, Conrad? Chad Scott in the building. Thought it was going to be cold today. It was kind of warm. Felt good. Didn't have to be too overly dressed. Just don't be butt naked. What's up with you? What's up with you? What's going on? Mic check 1 2 1 2. We back with another episode. I really don't know if I can call these joints debatable decisions anymore. It just feels different not having my co-host here. I don't know. Might have to come up with another name, or just run with the debatable decisions. But what's going on, everybody? Another day back, week after Thanksgiving. I ate good, smoked good. Traveled, went to Groovy's party. Shout out to Groovy Lou. He had a dope party, birthday party, Thanksgiving night. Saw a lot of old friends. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 drinks. I even partied with my pops. That was fun. He was lit. Shout out to AC, the mayor. He went with me. He had a mean brim on. I love my co-host style, though. I'll tell you that. But today, I got a good brother. It's like the perfect definition of good brother. We met a long time ago in, I'm going to say 6th grade, middle school, Miss Watson's class. We had a bunch of knuckleheads in Miss Watson's class. I laugh with him when we see each other because we would love to find out who had the most zeros that year. Because every year, every day, Miss Watson was giving out zeros for you not paying attention or talking too much or just, anything. But I got the good brother KG's with me, Kendrick Gore. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing good.
You're going to have to step up to that microphone.
My bad.
You're a rookie.
Yeah.
He a rookie.
Yeah, I'm a virgin of this.
Yes, we gonna teach him now. What's up,
That's
man?
true. I'm chilling though, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you, good brother. Good to meet up with you.
Definitely.
Have a good conversation with you.
And a slice of pizza or two. Definitely do. It's funny because I talk to Rashad Bell like every other day. And I was gonna give him a call in a few minutes. Just to say what up and start laughing. Because he's funny. He's funny looking and he's funny and humorous. But Rashad used to get all A's back then.
Right.
I don't know if you remember. And Rashad used to be in the middle of all the jokes and everything too, but he never got caught. I don't think Rashad ever got a zero. Remember him and Jeffrey used to sit next to each other, Jeff Castile. And they used to be the ringleaders in some of the bullshit, but would always be able to snatch their hands out of the cookie jar in time. Let's call Rashad and see what's up with him. But Kendrick, what you been up to the last couple of years, champ? I know we came across each other behind that wall after after middle school. But what you been up to all these years, B?
Oh man.
You gotta get closer to the mic, champ.
Yeah, well, you're right about that though. We definitely went to grade school together, then ended up meeting each other at the other school, man, the big school.
Mm-hmm.
To where one thing about life though, man, when you run into good people, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter where you at. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all ever had a good vibe, you ever connected, you know what I'm saying? Like to where that's one thing about it, like nothing changed. Nothing changed.
Good
to
energy.
Where, yeah. And I just ran into you the other day, man. In my little 40 and over basketball league.
Looking like you 21 again.
Right, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. So when I seen you, it was good seeing you, man. And I'm telling you, I ain't even know you was doing this.
I was a little envious.
You ain't bring this up, man. You ain't bring this up too much.
Listen, I was a little envious. I'm not gonna say Hold up. We got a little.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Good day, sir.
What's up?
Welcome to Debatable Decisions Podcast. We're live, recording live. I got the good brother Kendrick Gore with me. Who had the most zeros, Rashad?
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Probably both of y'all. I don't know.
How many you have, Rashad?
I ain't never had that.
I know that's right.
Mine had a 1 in front of the zeros. You know.
Listen, Corey just told me he was envious of me. I'm envious of you. How you pull it off, man? How you just keep like sitting back laughing at us, man, letting us get caught?
Him and Jeff was the ringleaders. Yeah,
he was right there with us,
exactly.
Man.
But hey, that's just what I do. You know, I know how to get away with it. That's all.
Start the bullshit and then run, huh? What's up, good brother? How your day going?
Good. Almost home from work. Just got off. I only got like a little bit of juice on my phone, so if it hang up,
no problem.
And I'm driving in a bad area, hang up, just let me know.
No problem.
What's up? What's up, Kendrick? How you been, man?
Man, I've been chilling, man, trying to maintain out here in the jungle, man. Raise these babies up. So you know they can do better than I did. We did. Yep. You know how that go.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. It's a small world because my cousin rock with your people.
And what?
My cousin Keenan.
Oh, okay. He the
like
op
my little
right
brother.
now. He the op right now. Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, he the op?
Yeah, he the op right now, man. He with Reservoir Dogs. He with Greg and them right now, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
He deal with
All right,
what's
we
her
know
name?
we were recording the podcast.
Okay, yeah, I think I know which one you talking about. Then you talking about the two names. He got the two last names, huh?
Yeah. The K and the R.
E.T.
Yeah, we
talking about the E.T.
We might have lost him.
Yeah,
you still there, Champ?
Yeah, I'm here.
What time did you start this morning?
Man, like 5 o'clock.
That's a good 13-hour day.
Yeah.
Finally, that's one thing I respect about you. You stay on your grind.
I had no choice. Got to do what it do.
Small world out.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've been paying attention to the Puffy joint. I keep saying I'm not going to touch that because everybody else is doing it. But one thing that I must say is shout out to anyone that has ever been in a position of power. Make sure you keep your shit together because them skeletons come back to haunt you. So if you ever abuse that power, be careful. But Rashad, let me ask you a question. And Kendrick, you can touch on it. Expectations lead to emotional burdens. A lot of times when we're doing something, mainly like need help doing something, we always feel like our folks should come through for us and do X, Y, and Z. I hear a lot about survivor's remorse in a couple of conversations recently, and I realized that is a real thing. But expectations lead to emotional burdens. When you hear that, Rashad, what do you think about? How you feel about that statement?
Expectations, survivor's remorse. I don't want to say I don't know, but I mean, it's just, I guess it's just so normal, so natural. It's just, people are just caught up in what they used to doing. It's like,
do you feel like you're obligated to bring one or two, or if not more, people up with you as you get to a certain point in life and can help?
Well, yeah, and it depends on how you was raised too. If you were raised that way, like, yeah, it's a given. It's a given because when people are in survival mode, they do what they can to survive, and it's about them. It's just about them. But if you have somebody instill good stuff in you, and it's people out there that have less than what you have, or whatever the case, or they plant that seed. Look out for that person, and so forth, so on. It's not about always getting something out the deal, but you're gonna get blessed one way or another. It's gonna come from another way, another source.
So what about if somebody is dealing? You trying to look out for somebody, and they feel like what you're doing, you have to do it. How does that make you feel?
That's entitlement. I think that's a little different.
Do you cut that person off? Do you stop helping that person?
Well, no, it depends. You have to have a conversation with them because you don't know their situation. Sometimes they do it out of desperation or whatever the case. But you can't. That's what we quick to do. We quick to cancel. Everybody's cancel culture. And sometimes people are ashamed to really tell somebody how they living. So you can't be quick to cancel everybody, depending on your relationship with a person.
How you feel about the expectations lead to emotional burdens?
I don't know. I can't. Well, I really don't have expectations.
I asked Kendrick that question. How you feel about it?
I really don't have expectations for other people because I know in the past I used to try to put how I would operate in the situation on them, and I understand that I'm not them.
You said you don't? I call bullshit.
He said not no more, pretty much.
I call bullshit.
No,
what you saying, really Rashad? Once upon a time you did, but you don't no more, or you never did?
No, I probably done it in the past.
Right.
But moving forward, forward, I don't do it. I don't put expectations on people because you get disappointed all the time.
Right. Setting yourself up for failure, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Because you can't expect the next person to do what you expect them to do. They're gonna do what the hell they want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean, they're gonna be them, and that's where the letdown and the burden come from because you expected them to do the same thing that you did for them, and that's why a lot of
what
people
you would do
be
in a
suffering
situation.
and some people can't bounce back from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They out here traumatized for life because they never could bounce back.
So what about
that one thing?
So what about survivor's remorse? Making it out of a situation and feeling like you have to go back and help or put somebody else on.
Well, once again, that depends on the individual and how they was raised. I say that because sometimes you go back to help people from where you come from, and they're not receptive to who you are. They want more than what you're willing to give, and it could be a problem for you.
That's a good point you made when you made the statement of they don't know how to accept who you are.
Right.
Because when you go through some shit, whether it's a blessing or a hardship, you usually come out a different person. So a lot of people that knew you from your past or from previous, they might think that you're that same person and deal with you the same way. Yeah, that's crazy.
And a lot of people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm saying a lot of people have entitlement situations. They feel that, okay, he made it, he's supposed to do this for me, or she made it, she's supposed to do this and that for me. And at the end of the day, you don't know that person's pockets or time. It's not always about money, it's about time too. Sometimes you don't have that time. You might neglect your household, just to help somebody out. And then you go home and it's a strain on your relationship. It could be anything. It's not always about monetarily. It's time too.
I'm a giving person, and I usually give from my heart. And I've learned in the last year or two that you can't always give with your heart. A lot of times you got to give with your mind, meaning give what your mind is telling you you can give or lose, opposed to what your heart. My heart will have me give my last to anybody. And then I got to go out and figure out how I'm going to get more. And that used to always put me in a bad situation. Then I had to learn, don't give anybody more than, say, 10% of what your worth is. So if you got $100, you can't give somebody $50. Because now you got $50. But you can give somebody $10 out of $100. You can give somebody $100 out of $1,000. But you got $1,000 to your name and somebody asks you for $500 and they give you the sob story about the bills got to be paid or something like that. I think the story only came just to soften you up, so that they can get what they want. You feel me?
Yeah, I get it.
Definitely can relate.
How long before you get home, champ?
Like 5 minutes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling us and having this good little convo. Get home safe though. Text me a little later. Let me know you cool, and maybe if we got some time, we'll bust it up. I'll speak to you in a minute.
All right.
All right, Rashad, man. Good talking to you, good brother.
Good talking to you too. It's been 1987 was a long time ago.
Right, man. It's been decades.
Bell Zero.
No,
Yeah.
you know better. You know better. I ain't never had no zeros. Marlon, zero.
Gore,
Go.
zero.
Go.
Holmes, zero.
Go.
Jones, zero.
Sound like Gore.
Reed, zero.
No, Shane.
Shane Reed.
I don't think she
Shane was
said
getting
Reed.
them
She
zeros,
just saw
too.
everybody's first name.
Davis, zero. Kevin Davis.
Oh, he was Davis back then.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Before he changed
I
his
don't
last
remember.
name.
I don't remember the zeros for Kevin though. But
Man, you bugging.
I don't remember
Jordan, zero.
Jordan.
Khalil wasn't in our 6th grade class?
Nah.
Yes, Khalil was in our 6th grade class.
He wasn't.
That's right, he wasn't. So you and Khalil was never in the same class?
Nah, I met Khalil through you. When I met Khalil, we got kicked out the mall.
Why you always gotta bring that story up?
Because that was embarrassing. That was the only time I ever got kicked out the mall.
You gotta live a little, champ.
Nah,
You're not living until you fell in the Italian Laker. You got kicked out of the East Mall.
Nah.
That's when you living, champ.
Well, I'm halfway dead.
Got you. I'll see you later.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, later.
You never fell in an Italian lake before?
Of course.
Oh, all right. What was you doing? Fishing?
Man, I was in there.
Mm-hmm.
In there.
I don't know too many of us that didn't. I remember walking on the side of the joint. Like, yeah,
types of stuff with
I ain't never falling in here. Walking on the side thinking I'm smooth. Next thing you know, it was blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, man. I had another good brother that I told I was going to give him a call. Let's see if I can get a couple people to answer the phone tonight. This feel like answering a phone call for Suge. You seen that new podcast? Dave Mays from the Source magazine. Him and Suge be having collect calls every week, and they answer a bunch of questions, you know what I mean, that people only Suge can answer. Let's see.
I caught a little bit of it.
Yeah, I've been having fun while listening to them joints. Let's see.
Hello?
Good day.
What's
Mr.
happening?
Lee Strawbridge, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Welcome to Debatable Decisions Podcast.
Damn, Cousin Lee. I ain't talked to Cousin Lee in a minute neither.
We got the good brother Kendrick Gore sitting beside me.
What's happening?
Oh, what's happening, cousin?
It ain't nothing.
How you been, man?
Just maintaining, man. Bless.
All right. I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm chilling, maintaining.
I hear that.
I had to kidnap him out the crib for a second.
Yeah, he got me outside.
Go get some fresh
Oh,
air.
wow.
Yeah, that's what I do. So, Mr. Strawbridge, what's going on?
Everything's everything, man. Just in the swing of things.
Day over?
Yeah. Well, the work day's over. Now it's trying to unpack stuff and figure out how the school day went for the little ones.
Okay. You helping out with dinner?
Yeah. Well, dinner's done. But yeah, the best I can. I'm not good with gravy, but I try to burn a little something.
I hear you. So you said the workday is over. What does the workday consist of? What does the workday look like? What exactly is it that you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't, but so let me take it back. So I've been working in education since 1999. I got my start in Harrisburg. Harrisburg gave me my opportunity to work in education. From there, I went from Harrisburg School District to the School District of Lancaster. From the School District of Lancaster to D.C. and then from D.C. to Delaware, where I'm at now. Currently, I'm no longer in the classroom or the schoolhouse. I've been doing consulting work for a national nonprofit. So now I work with, and that nonprofit is called TNTP, the New Teacher Project. We try our best to influence policy. So as far as like at the government level and trying to influence policy all the way down to teachers. So we have teacher training, we have leader training, we do work in that sphere, we do work with curriculum. So there's several avenues in which we try to impact schools, school districts, and the experience that students have. So that's the work I'm currently doing there.
How did you get there though?
It's funny, right? So there was a study they did that was very prominent in education called the opportunity myth, and I had read about it and things of that nature. I still didn't know what their work was. So that was somewhat popular in the circles I'm in. And then I got introduced to people that work there, and when I would ask them what they do, I understand it now. It's so vast. It sounded, and it's a nonprofit, so I was a little skeptical at first. Then I got encouraged to apply. I really liked the interview process. They had me do essentially a test case or test scenario that I really enjoyed doing and being able to impact school districts in a way that I hadn't worked in before. So with that opportunity, I finally got presented with the opportunity to join, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it. So I finished up in the classroom and joined consulting work.
Do you miss the classroom?
There are definitely things I miss. I don't miss getting cussed out. I don't miss the attitudes I would deal with. They would tell you, don't take it personal. And I think I got to a point where I didn't take it as personal. I know what it really about me is about, the different experiences our students going through. So that stuff I don't miss, but I do miss the interactions and being directly impactful in some of my students' lives. So I do miss that. I miss teaching reading specifically. There were some books that got me real excited to teach, and that passion I would bring to the classroom and that engagement with students. I miss those aspects, but I do enjoy the work I'm doing. I still have an impact, not as direct from teacher to student, but for instance, I just finished on a project where we changed the way that their hiring practices to make them more equitable, ensuring that more Black and brown teachers have an opportunity to get in front and hopefully into different classrooms, so students of all stripes get the experience a teacher of color as a leader in a school or in a classroom.
And why aren't you doing this here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, your hometown?
Why am I not teaching in Harrisburg, or why am I not?
Because I think we need energy like yours in our school systems.
So right. So I'm going back. I'll go back to the story I was telling about, like how Harrisburg got my start. Like I felt like. So I mean, obviously I could come back, if the opportunity presented itself. But I also feel like Harrisburg didn't want me. So when I was there in '99, 2000, there were several young Black men that I had grown up with, played ball with, that came through Harrisburg School District that were working in the school district. There was a couple handfuls of us that were working in the district, and then for whatever reason, we weren't able to maintain or stay signed or re-up contracts or whatever the case may be. And little by little, we all found ourselves on the outside
for this group of Black teachers that you're speaking about. That you saying basically everybody grew up in the community.
Mm-hmm.
It was Cougar Pride.
Absolutely.
But you saying they didn't re-up any of you all's contracts?
Right, and so I don't want to speak for anybody else. I don't know everyone's story. What I do know is little by little, we were no longer in the school district, in the Harrisburg School District.
And you were being
So I can't.
replaced by computers. We were replaced by AI. You were being replaced
No,
by
just
outsiders. What
I would say outsiders, other teachers. Like for me,
were they?
Harrisburg gave me my start, but like I didn't get a long-term contract. So I started out as a long-term sub. So I came home. I got a call saying they needed a long-term sub because a couple teachers had quit mid-year. I came in, did that, got another opportunity and then I long-term sub again. But what I didn't get is what I got in Lancaster. Like Lancaster gave me an opportunity to not just like sub, but to become, excuse me, a certified teacher.
Mm.
And I didn't know anything about that. Like I wasn't planning when I got to Harrisburg to teach. I wasn't planning to do it long. I wasn't thinking it was going to be a career. Like I was a newspaper man in outside of Philly in Westchester. That's what I had done. But when I got the call to come home, I was like, absolutely. I was teaching in William Penn, which was no longer high school at the time. It was weird how things had changed from graduating in '94 to coming back in '99. But Harrisburg didn't give me an opportunity to like grow within the system. Whereas I went down Lancaster on a humble, and I had a contract that same day. They gave me a path to get certified. Like it was a whole different type of vibe. It was a whole different experience.
Mm.
And that ended up, that opportunity led to other opportunities, which is how I ended up moving around in this educational sphere. But Harrisburg just never, I didn't, and I'll say I wasn't pursuing it. I wasn't thinking about it like that. But when the opportunity was presented to me, it wasn't presented from Harrisburg. And again, I don't know other people's story why they were no longer in Harrisburg. But I do know there was a handful of black men that played ball, different sports, wrestled, football, basketball, that came back around the same time I was there, and little by little they were no longer in the district.
Mm. Do you think that was by design?
Yeah, I do. Like I'll say it this way: I felt like whereas Lancaster made a concerted effort to try to get me there, train me up, and get certified, Harrisburg didn't present that opportunity to me. Mm. Now I got a lot of chops in Harrisburg. Like I was very involved. I was doing a gospel choir. I was coaching baseball. I was working at the Boys and Girls Club. Like I stayed hands and feet 10 toes down. But when it came to trying to build a career and like a path to staying in the Burg, that didn't present itself.
Gotcha. I have this vision of the good brother coming back to Harrisburg and opening up his own school. So let's work on that vision. That's one
that
man.
Used to be the dream, man.
That's one man that I believe in wholeheartedly. Good heart.
Appreciate it.
A little off sometimes, but real good.
Oh, wow.
Lee.
Yeah.
One wreck.
The other destroyed.
Okay. So let's put this move together. Make sure you get up here and we can touch these children, the next couple of generations. Word up. But what's up, man? When's the next time you coming up?
I actually don't know. I know this weekend got gymnastics and stuff with baby girl. We got the holidays coming up, so I was just there with the Thanksgiving things. But Harrisburg ain't that too far from me.
You're right. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was a little hungry. Tried to sneak a bite of some pizza. Thought you was gonna talk a little longer, but you did.
You put ketchup on it.
Why are you laughing at him? You're not funny. Don't laugh at him. Nah, I don't put ketchup on pizza. There's already tomato sauce on pizza.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Did you go upstairs to get it, or it was?
It's not funny anymore, Lee. It's not funny anymore.
What's not funny? What are you talking about?
That's not funny.
I just wondered. I didn't know if you had to run upstairs or not.
All right, it's not funny, Lee.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not even trying to be funny.
You lost it, champ.
Okay.
I've been in Harrisburg longer than I was in New York.
True.
Well,
So you don't got that Brooklyn accent no more. Is what you're saying?
All of my children, I don't think that'll ever go away completely. But all of my children are in Harrisburg, Lee.
No doubt,
I
no
set
doubt.
the foundation for the next generation in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, champ.
I hear that.
BIG's the greatest. You know what I mean?
Oh, and what? The
Like,
Big Apple? Is that what you're talking about? The
like I
Big Apple?
said, BIG's the greatest.
The greatest at what?
You know.
I
I
don't
think
know.
I think your mother hit me the other day, and I'm scared to communicate because she's had so many Facebook pages that I don't know if it's really her or not, or if it's somebody jumping on there just using her name.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I think it was her, so you gotta double check for me and get back to me.
Okay.
Just make sure.
Was it
her.
something biblical?
No. It was just basic general conversation. Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Yeah. But it was like the day, I don't know if you told her we had spoke, because it was like the next day.
Oh.
She hit me after you and I spoke, but that's good money. But I just wanted to reach out to you. You know what I mean? Say what's up. Let you know I was thinking about you.
I appreciate it, fam.
No question. Next time you come up, you got to bring the kids.
Yo, the other thing is, when they come to Harrisburg, they want to play with their cousins.
Right, so they go straight to the grounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They like, that's what we want to do.
That's right. Ain't nobody down there with you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, freedom. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like
you love coming
dad.
out. Yeah, and I got you. Do you pay for babysitters? Like when you and wifey want to go somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, there's times, but we don't really trust, so like we don't do it too long. So like if it's like we really trying to do something, it's like you trying to get one of the older siblings to come, our oldest daughter, or there's a woman that we have a relationship with that actually used to be their teacher in preschool. So she's been at the cookout, so she's been around the fam, so she's been really close. So if it's like we try to do like a serious date night or something, we'll try to get her to come through.
When we were young, you heard babysitter, babysitter, babysitter all the time. Now, you don't hear that word too often. I don't think
What you mean?
Just baby.
Oh, you should hear that word?
Yeah, everybody had a babysitter, or you going to the babysitter. Right now, I don't think people do that too much anymore. I don't see myself and wifey letting anyone else but her mother or like her brother, you know what I'm saying, just close family.
Yeah.
The immediate family. I don't even ask my children to come watch the little ones. Like
I can dig it.
I've never, and they 16, 17, 18. I don't know, champ. I don't the kids and stuff, I'll trust them, but they just irresponsible right now. They running around living their own lives. But having like an outsider watch the kids,
yeah,
hell no, son.
So I will say like one thing, but we never like had them stay like like a night or nothing. But like our neighbor, my next door neighbor, they have kids around the same age, and they play heavy together. So it's nothing for them to want to come over here and have dinner, or my kids go there and play and have dinner. So like that's cool. And like I've been able to run to the store, like, yo, I want to go get some eggs right quick and do something like that. But like to go out for a night and it's like, y'all going to be responsible. Like I would be cool with it, but like what's really interesting is, and we've had these conversations, like they don't stay the night like how we used to when we was kids.
Ready to go home.
Like
ready to come home.
Or like I'm just not having it. Like it's a different day and age.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know everybody that you have in your house, how y'all get down.
Right,
and I got two daughters, so
right.
I don't think I'm chauvinistic on it. I definitely carry it different with the sons and with the daughters.
It's just a matter of being protective.
Watch what they being exposed to.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I think my daughter, she'll be 3 in January. She lasted a week in daycare. Yeah, no, not
January
even.
What?
January 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, after her father.
Your birthday's in January, right?
The 4th.
Right.
Yeah. So we I think we took her on Tuesday, and by the time Capricorn. greatest. By the time started Tuesday, and I think she was done by Thursday.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when I came to pick her up, she just gave me a look. Like, mind you, she was probably about 9 months, 10 months at the time, and she gave me a look of no, I'm not comfortable. I'm not saying anybody touched her or anything, but she
Right.
just gave me a look like, hold on, I didn't think you were going to be going all day. And after that, it was over. I took her home, and her diaper was soaked,
Oh
and she
wow.
had diaper rash. She had a
Right.
scar from diaper rash for like a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and at that point, she had never had diaper rash.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
didn't,
man. Oh
I didn't
man.
understand it.
It's really. I mean, even it's funny, man, because we used to talk about education, like the trust that parents have with other adults and just other people in general in the care of their kids. Like I get it, but in some ways, it's like it's really hard to deal with from like childcare, daycares, all that. I mean, down here, man, there's a kid that got arrested. Like there's kids that died in the daycare.
Mm.
Like that was, man, that might have been. I don't think that was. It might be almost 10 years ago. But like I can only imagine, man. But then they also have the technology. Like there's some that have the technology where you can go onto a certain app and see the camera and see kids and things of that nature. But like in schools, man, you got like it's just different. Like I said, man, like when we were kids, like the parent was quick to hear what the teacher had to say first. Like, I heard what you said. Let me hear what this teacher's saying. Now parents come like, my son said this, and you did. I'm like, whoa, like your child. Like, I'm not saying I'm always perfect or I always get it right, but you ain't even willing to hear what I have to say. You just on 10 just because your kid came and said something.
Is that usually the first time that you meet some of them parents?
Good. I hear you on that, but no. Like, and I do think that with some teachers it is. But one of the practices I did when I was in leadership was, you want to have a positive phone call, before school start or the first week of school. Like the first time you interact with me can't be when your kid,
That's
when I'm
something,
calling you about
right?
your kid, something's wrong. So we got the call, and even if I'm just introducing, and for me, like I got to a place of real, like I got real comfortable and like I knew I was that dude teaching. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a loving kid. I'm gonna treat, and this is what love is gonna look like for me. I'm gonna treat your kid as if they're my own, and this is how I get down, and this is what I'm expecting from your kid. And here are the things I need from you to help me support your kid. But I'm also calling to find out, can you tell me about your kid? What's your kid into? I remember talking to a parent and her son was into skateboard. So I just had to figure out how do I include that in some of my lessons so that kid feels seen. So when you get to a master teacher, somebody that really is passionate about this thing and know what they're doing, like that's a couple of tricks of the trade. Like you went over a parent with stuff like that. So now, like I found myself having more leeway and I become more like uncle than just teacher. Because now the parent meet me and feel a sense of like, okay, I feel where this teacher come from. Now, every parent don't feel that way when they meet me. Some, blah blah blah. But it gets real weird. Like I remember meeting a parent on the phone and doing my introduction. They came to school. They was looking for me, but they thought I was a white dude. Like they said it to my face. Like, oh,
Oh,
I
I
thought
thought you
you.
were
I'm
white.
like, yeah. I was like, wow. But every teacher,
You look
and
like
then
you white though. You know, man. You can pass for white.
really on the phone type shit.
Yeah. No, I'm saying in person, you can pass for white.
Oh, okay. Good joke. You can try again. You need to take that joke upstairs.
Here we go. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh wow. He's like, wrap it up.
Don't you got to get back to helping wifey cook dinner or something?
I told you dinner's
Oh,
done.
dinner is
Kids,
done. All
actually, let
right.
me say,
Don't you have to
the
eat
gentleman
the
has
dinner now?
y'all need to be finished by 6:45. I said,
Mm-hmm.
y'all got 3 minutes.
What's the hardest challenge that you have as a teacher?
I will say, man, Uh, at this stage, it's like connecting with kids um, that don't have a passion for something, don't have a dream, don't have a desire for something, and trying to find out. Like for me, like I feel I'm best or most effective with a kid when we can tap into what motivates them.
But you
Like
feel like it's
everything,
harder to help
everybody,
them find it.
yeah, like because now you got kids that feel like they're going to get famous from doing YouTube and all this social media stuff, and it's like cool. I ain't going to poo poo your dream, but you was for the last 20, 30 years you dealing with kids thinking they're going to the NBA and their dad is 5'6". You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not trying to poo poo your dream, but so then my thing was how do I make education important to that kid who feels like education isn't a part of their path or their goal.
Mm.
And for me, like what I would use using this technology, like one of my early lessons is about self, like what's the power of your name. But even about that also is just like, all right, let's go to Zillow. Because and then it's trying to think about how I grew up and trying to give like, all right, let's go on this website and pick a house. Where do you want to live? What city you want to live in? What town you want to live in? Where you want to live at? All right, what type of house do you want? And let's just find one. And then let's find out how much it costs. And then now we're looking at it. And all right, we talking about square feet. We talking about number of bathrooms, number of bedrooms. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Now let's break it down. How much does the mortgage saying is going to be on Zillow? Cool. Now
You actually do this with the students?
Oh, absolutely.
And how do they receive it?
So a lot of kids like feel that like, wow, I didn't realize I would need to make X amount of money. Because then we talking about then I'm going into budgets. And I'm I'm a reading teacher. But we doing all this math because for me it's about building the dream. And then I'm using that, like we found your house and you can find multiple houses, but now we have an idea of what type of life you want. All right, if the mortgage is 1,200, how much money do you need a month to live in that house comfortably? Not to just pay the mortgage, but then we talk about car notes and insurance, other utilities. Cool. Now let's find what do you want to own if it's entrepreneurship? What type of career you want to have that's going to afford you this life? And then how's my reading class going to help you get to that? Yeah, before I even jump into like trying to teach you, the color purple or some text, like nah, or let's get into why we here. Why is my class important? So, oh yeah, bro. Like when I tell you I was really good at this, like we going and when it was really good, man, I had fun. Teaching was fun. Like you getting kids and you finding their motivation and you like, yo, and it's just like, yo, we can learn whatever. We can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. Anything you want to learn, this class can afford you that because everything is reading.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we looking at the picture, that's reading because we doing analysis. We going beyond the text. What does this mean? How does this make you feel? Like we have a conversation. And now we got to write about it because my class of communications is we're reading, writing, speaking. That's what we're doing every day. All of that's ELA. So it was fun, but the challenge was like when you had kids like, go ahead with that. You trying to make me do? I'm like, I'm trying to help you. I ain't trying to make you do stuff.
So
I'm trying to help you get to what you want.
So when you would take this approach, you would have parents that gave you backlash, that didn't understand what you were doing, or felt like you were wasting time.
Not even that, just like, bro, like, so I think I got that, but that wasn't like the biggest. Like I had parents mad at me for talking about, why are you talking to my kid about a house? And he's asking me questions about what I pay. And like, that was big. That was a big one. Or why are you trying to get my
They
son?
were upset that you were explaining the buying
finance.
a house process.
Yeah. Like finance. Cause now the kid has questions.
See if you can afford a house and things like that.
Say that again.
And no, I'm just thinking like, wow, that's all. I would love for my children's teachers to start teaching them that. So by the time they come to me, they have some sort of educated question that I can, dive into.
Yeah, nah, man. I had some
and what
parents
I don't
mad
know, we can learn together.
Right. I had some parents mad. Why you got my son asking me about my rent? And I'm like, I didn't tell your son to ask you about that. But he is trying to figure out, his finances and what he needs to do with his life, so he can live the way he want to. Like, like, bro, it got really real, man. Like, your class supposed to be LA. You talking about all this other stuff. Like, you're not. That ain't part of the curriculum. I'm like, I'm trying to help your son be a well-rounded individual. My class ain't just about the books we read. It's about making sure that your son, your daughter, your child has all the tools they need to communicate with the world. That's what this class is about. So,
So
yeah,
you've been
man.
teaching for how long?
Since '99, man. That's what,
How
24
long did it?
years.
How long did it take you to see your work?
Oh, that's wow. That's a dope
And
question.
how did it feel when you start to see your work?
Wow. Yeah, that's a dope question. And wow. So I'm gonna keep it cool because I can get emotional. So
Get emotional, champ. That's what we're here for.
um so I'll say this. When I first started teaching in Harrisburg, I was really nervous. I'm living on Fifth Street. I teach, what is that, 6, 7 blocks away from the crib. And I'm new to teaching, but I'm super stern. I got high expectations. I'm still green in the teaching thing. And I'm like,
Between Emerald and
somebody
Camp.
like,
I mean,
huh?
between Emerald and Woody.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I
Well,
know.
Emerald and Camp, or no, Emerald and
Emerald and Woody.
Curtis Street.
Curtain.
No,
Curtin,
Emerald and
my
Curtin.
bad. Curtin, yup, guys. Curtin Woody.
Um,
Curtin and
but I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be at the playground, and I'm like, somebody going to have a problem with me, right? And the first time, so maybe after my first year, it's the summer, and a kid I taught, and I mean, I only had him for a little while. He called me Mr. Strawbridge, like outside of school in the hood, and he's like, Mr. Strawbridge. I was like, why? Like, I was taken aback by that, like the amount of respect that I was shown, like I wasn't anticipating that. So that was the first inkling, like I was doing the right thing, like like wow, that hit me. But to know I was effective with kids was like when they came back, it was like Mr. Starbridge, when they remembered certain lessons and that meant something to them. Like I used to do this lesson where we compared Tupac and Billie Holiday. And that was the first lesson somebody came back and told me, Mr. Jarvis, you remember that report you had us do when we was in? I was like, yeah, I remember that. Yo, I was, I never had a teacher have me or something. And that was all about relating to stuff that they were into.
Mm.
Now, as I got older, though, right? So now, peep this out. Now, I'm flash forward in several years. I'm in class, and I'm still talking about Tupac, and this kid was like, "Nah, his name's Two Chains," and I don't know nothing about Two Chains, right? I have no idea. I'm completely ignorant to Two Chains, and I'm like, "Nah, his name's Tupac," and he going in. Nah, his name's Two Chains. Now I'm getting loud. I'm like, "Yo, man, his name is Tupac." And they like, no, Mr. Jarvis. I'm like, what in the world is so like there came a point eventually where I had to realize, all right, I'm not tapped in like I used to be. Like just living and listening to what I listen to, like kids are listening. So I had to like, all right, have kids tell me what's happening. Luckily also I had older kids, my own kids, and they would tell us. So I would ask them like what y'all listen to? You getting this is when iPods were popping, like what are y'all listening to? What's on there? And now trying to listen to playlists. So then I like revised one of my actual assignments. I would have students analyze lyrics. So, pick an artist and pick a song, and I need to see you annotate the text. Like, let me see you break down what this artist is talking about. Because I'm going to pick an artist and I'm going to challenge you because I think the artist I pick is better than your artist of the day. So I'm feigning like saying the rappers of my era is better than y'all's, but what I'm really trying to get them to do is talk intelligently about why they respect or like the certain artists they like. So
Mm.
the one that gives them autonomy to pick an artist that they want. Then you got to have the conversation with parents like they might have artists that curse. So then I was like, well, you got to get them. If I'm cool with it, but you got to make sure your mom is good with that because we got to make sure you have permission to listen to that. I can't just tell you to go ahead and listen to certain stuff. So you do that, but then you get see them really get into like wow, I didn't even understand he was saying this. So I'm showing them Rakim, and I'm showing them. Well, my favorite is L Boogie. Lauren Hill, her verse on Zealots is probably my favorite verse. Not even probably, that's my favorite verse in hip hop. Like
Can you
she
spit it?
murders it. Absolutely.
Let me hear it.
Oh wow. Um, yeah, my old manifold on your mind. Two MCs can occupy the same space at the same time. It's against laws of physics. So we beg for sweet dreams, break up like eurythmics. Rap rejects my tape deck, eject projectile. Whether Jew or Gentile, outrank top percentile. Many styles more powerful than gamma rays. My grammar pays like Carlos Santana plays. Black Magic Woman. So while you fuming, I'm consuming mango juice under Polaris. You just embarrassed. It's your last tango in Paris. And even after all my logic and my theory, I had a motherfucker so you ignorant niggas hear me. Remember, take notes. I sold my rap oats before you body zealous. Here's a quote.
You look like you got on one of those smoker jackets. You stand in front of a stage at like Harvard or something with one of the, what's the joints what do they call it when they got the joint? Yeah.
Got his collar twisted up.
Yeah. Shout out to Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that's my that's my favorite verse. But when we start talking about internal rhyme, and other imagery, man, and then now you like, and then I'm also telling kids like y'all already know this stuff, you just don't know the name of it. So what I'm trying to do is empower kids. So like you guys, especially back in the day, they don't do it like they used to, but like we grew up bussing, they call it flaming down here. I'm like, you guys
They
already
call it
know.
down there,
Y'all,
cuz?
say that again.
What you say they call it down there?
Flaming. They call it
Flaming.
flaming.
Oh, they flaming. They flamed you.
Yeah, they flaming.
Okay.
But like, dudes, y'all already know metaphors and similes. Y'all already know. Y'all just don't know the name of it. So then when you like, oh wow, all right, So then now you're telling the kid they smarter than what they realize. So now they come from a standpoint not of deficit. I just need to put the name to that.
I got you.
Oh yeah, your boy nice at this, man.
Oh no. It was never a doubt, Chip.
My man,
Never
my
doubt.
man.
I just need you to do it closer to home. Or actually, I need you to come home and do it. I've been telling you this for a very long time now.
Dig it.
That passion, that's key.
It
You
is.
understand what I'm saying? That passion, that wanting to be the best. I haven't, usually when I sit down with a teacher, I hear and see the stress
Right.
of their
defeat, yeah.
job.
Bro,
But I think,
because
I
it's
think,
real though.
I think if they still had that passion, I wouldn't hear and see the stress, even though it's a very stressful job. But I think that passion would win over.
And it does for a while. But you asked the question earlier about, and what happened for me, and I was blessed, man, that I would get what I need that to recharge me until I didn't. Like I would, so like, what is it, 24 years, man. I've been at weddings of former students. I've had former students have babies. I've gone to graduations, both high school and college. I've been in schools where former students are now substituting in my building.
Mm-hmm.
And for a kid, and then we also got social media, right? So I had former students, man, find me on social media, man, and pour out to me and tell me what I meant to them. And when I was coming into teaching, they was like, if you could just reach one, you've done something. And my goal in this was like, and I used to say this with the first day of school, I tell my students, I want to live forever. And they look at me quizzically like, what is it? This dude think he ain't going to die? And I would go on to say, I know this body's going to fail. It's going to end one day. But if I could just teach you one thing, just one thing, and you teach somebody else that one thing,
I'm living forever.
I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still here. And then they're like, oh, and then I invite them to be a part of our family. I tell them what that means to me. Like, yeah, it ain't about my name, but I'm going to treat you like I say I love you. I'm going to treat you like I treat my son or like how I treat my daughter. Like, I'm going to give all I got to you so you can have a better life than I had.
Right.
So you can have the life that you want.
Mr. Strawbridge,
like, say again?
I don't want to cut off your wisdom, but we have to wrap it up. But I want to
No
give you.
doubt. My man, you got me. I'm standing up.
No. That's cool. That's cool because we can do this again in a couple of days. But I want to give you a homework assignment.
Talk to me.
All right. So I believe that we are living in and amongst a bunch of outdated systems. So a lot of these systems, a lot of this, the way we do things has been outdated for a very long time. So I feel like our children aren't getting what they need to get out of the school system, because that system is outdated. And the fact that they're not teaching our children how to learn, they're just teaching our children how to remember.
Right.
So they're not teaching them how to think for themselves or anything.
There it is. Right.
And the children that now with with the way life is, they learn differently than the way we did. I know I learned different from everybody else that was around me. That's why I was no more than a C student, because it was boring to me, for one, and then I didn't get it until I got older, out of school, and I started reading on my own, reading things that I wanted to read, reading things that I was interested in. But what should the new system look like? What do you suggest the new system looks like?
And that's the homework assignment.
That's the homework assignment.
Bro, that's a very big, very vast question. So what I'll think on that and give you what I can. But there's, like, I think of it, if you think of a student like the center of a wheel.
No, we're not going to do this right now. We're not, because we'll be here another 3 hours.
My man. All right,
one thing I want to, I'm not looking for a PowerPoint. I'm looking for a theory.
Okay.
All right.
I got you.
And we do this again maybe like next Tuesday. What's today? Thursday? We do this again on Tuesday.
I'm going to be away on a project. I could do it in the evening.
About the same time or no?
Actually, yeah, that'll work. I'll be in Ocean City, Maryland.
All right. If we can't do it Tuesday, we'll do it Thursday. But we'll make
Sounds
it
good.
happen. Love you, good brother.
Same here, man. Appreciate you.
No problem. I appreciate
All
you.
right, cuz.
All right, Lee, man. You stay up, man. Long time no hear from.
No doubt. Hopefully I can get up there and be in your space, man. That'll be love.
I'll try to pull him out the house next week too, but we'll see.
Right.
Baby steps. But I'll see you later, good brother.
All right, family. Peace.
And to the viewer and the listener, we appreciate you for spending some time with us. I'm going to leave you with this. Love life, live long, and be free. Damn, look, Conrad, I don't even have my theme music ready. Like, hold on. See if I can find my theme music. You ready? Agony, take us out of here. Shout out to Agony, man. Shout out to everybody that listens. Shout out to everybody that's been paying attention and supporting us over the last 2 years.